GK Barry, welcome to Tales from the Celebrity Trenches. How you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Do you know what? I can't believe you said yes, to be honest.
Really? Well, we bonded.
We did bond. We met backstage at the ITV festival, my favourite gig.
It was a bit of fun.
I do.
And there was a bar.
I occasionally moonlight, and I've been doing that for about 6 years now. It's my favourite.
6?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it was a really humbling day because people didn't know why I was being weird. And when I'd be like, it was celebrity sabotage, obviously it wasn't out yet, so they were like, okay.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
Grace has gone mad.
Why are you just being a dick to me?
Yeah, so that was a really humbling experience.
Didn't you walk off with my lunch? I think you walked off with my lunch.
I did.
Yeah.
And Vicky McClure, poor woman, it was a lot. It kept me up at night.
Congrats on celebrity sabotage.
Thank you.
Exciting.
I know. I can't believe it's Saturday night telly.
Prime time, Saturday night.
It's honestly mental.
How did that come about?
So after The Jungle, they were like, right, we've got this new show and we want you, Joel Dommett, Judy Love and Sam Thompson. And they were like, normal people come on and think they're on a new ITV show and you basically ruin their day to win them loads of money. And it was incredible. I was dressed as a bush for 6 weeks.
Wow.
So it was a high point for me.
career high point.
It was a career highlight.
That's the screen grab you sent to your old teacher at school.
Look at me
said
now.
I wouldn't amount to shit.
And now I'm a bush with Judy Love. No, it was so much fun, like genuinely. I don't have guilt when I'm like pranking someone.
Yeah.
People were crying and I was like, this is great. But everyone else struggled with that.
Did they?
Yeah, they were like, I just want to tell them it's to win the money. I was like, no, this is brilliant.
The prank shows, there aren't enough of them. You'll be too young to remember. Have you ever even heard of Candid Camera?
No.
I'm obsessed with them. They come back on socials, on reels now, where these massive elaborate pranks are played on people. You must remember Jeremy Beadle. Do you remember Jeremy Beadle?
Was I born?
Probably not. Google Jeremy Beadle.
Okay.
First thing you'll read about is the fact that he had one very small hand. Ignore that.
Okay, I will look past the small hand.
Ignore that because it was the subject of a very poor school playground joke. But he presented something, first of all, called Game for a Laugh, and then Beadle's About.
Oh.
Now, mid-80s, yeah.
Right.
He did this prank. To this day, he's like one of the greatest televised pranks ever.
What was it?
He convinced... And you got to remember it was a very innocent time back then, so people weren't used to shit like this happening.
Yeah.
They convinced a woman that a UFO had crash landed in her own garden.
I think I've seen this.
You gotta Google it, and to the extent where it was so elaborate, it must have cost a fortune back then. He always dressed up as a policeman,
Of course,
always in disguise, and she fell for it so hard that she nominated herself to be the first person on Earth to greet an alien.
Shut up.
And so it was but pranks are great, right? That's like a harmless...
I love that. And Impractical Jokers, I used to like that show.
Because that's mates taking the piss out of each other, right?
Yeah. Well, when Saturday Night Takeaway finished, it was just sort of like, I just didn't feel like we had anything on telly on Saturday. Like when I was younger, Saturday was the best day because there was just everything on. And I feel like we lost that a bit now. So
I agree. And come on, lads.
Get it together. I know you're busy.
I mean...
But you're not that busy.
Looks quite a lot. Well, they're podcasters now.
Podcasters, I'm a celeb.
I know.
I don't know, host a game show as well.
Limitless Win.
Oh, I'd love to be in their will.
They do Britain's Got Talent as well.
Oh, of course they do. What don't they do?
Britain's Got Talent. You wouldn't have said that that's a money laundering operation.
I do. Do you know what? X Factor as well, I thought was money laundering. I didn't know one person that watched X Factor for a couple years.
Towards the end of it.
Yeah, it's like those sweet shops in Soho.
Oh no, I mean they're Turkish barbers, the sweet shops.
Yeah, something's going on there.
Something.
But recently,
right.
I have got into Britain's Got Talent.
Okay. Is that because of KSI? Are you...
No, my girlfriend I think it's her kink. Like she loves Britain's Got Talent.
Oh really?
So anything.
I mean, it's cosy telly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brings out the best in us.
Yeah, but we know if there's a choir with some school kids, they're going to get the golden buzzer.
Yeah, you're going to cry.
Yeah, of course, because I've had a few wines.
KSI is the judge on that now. And I interviewed Simon in a previous episode of this. He was adamant, KSI was really important to rejuvenating Britain's Got Talent because they need to access the new era of entertainment. What's the attraction for you then in terms of being on telly? Because you don't need it. You don't need TV TV needs you far more than you need TV.
Everyone always says that, and TV doesn't pay like social media pays.
No, those Shopify adverts, like,
I
they make bank.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like lifted entertainment.
I got a new
Come on.
car from
exactly.
it. But I just think growing up, being on telly was like something that was incredible. And it was always, if you're on telly, you're a household name.
Yeah.
And I know if I walk down the street and I walk past a group of like, say, 16-year-olds, they're going to be like, oh my God, that's GK Barry. But I wanted to be able to have a broader audience, which is why I have done Loose Women, because I don't know, I also really like being in with the mums.
Right, okay.
I really feel accepted when a middle-aged woman comes up to me and goes, I love you on Loose Women. I feel like I could run a mile naked.
That was your big moment, right? That was your big breakthrough moment.
Yeah, and that was complete accident as well. Like,
What?
I just went on the Fellas podcast because it was only their podcast underneath the Fellas Studios, I think, at that time, and like one other. And I went on and was completely outrageous because I thought, I'm a big fan, so I'm just going to say everything. I was talking about ex-boyfriends, STDs, like just reeling everything
You're a big
off.
fan of chatting about chlamydia, right?
Love it. I think it's the best one to have.
You and koala bears, like, the biggest advocate.
That's my family tree. I love it. And then after that, they were just like, we need to get you a podcast. And I thought, oh, whatever, like it'll probably last about 6 months. I'll do it just so I can get out some uni lectures.
And here you are.
And then first week it was out, it blew up. And
That's
then,
crazy.
Yeah, it was mad.
Were you already TikTok famous by then though, right?
Yeah, but it was like more niche. I would say if people come up to me now, they're like, oh, you're the girl with the podcast, more than you're the girl on TikTok.
But the one that broke you on TikTok was relatively like tame, wasn't it? Were you talking about like catcalling the jogger or something like that?
Yeah, bloke ran past my house and my family home's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
There was no cock in the village, realistically.
No cock in the village.
So me being the only gay in the village now, there's a lot going on. But he ran past my house and I filmed him and I was like, I'm getting my gym gear on. And it wasn't even funny. Then I woke up and it had gone viral. And I was like, I'm talking a couple million views. And I thought, okay. So then there was another trend, like put a finger down if something other had happened to you. You tell like a story. That went viral. And then pretty much I just kept growing. And that was in March. And then by August, I'd had 100,000 followers.
Shit.
Yeah, it was mad.
You've got to be clever to blow up, right?
Well, it was difficult because at that time TikTok was a job. Like you couldn't get paid off TikTok.
Right,
It was so new that it wasn't really a thing. So I never thought, oh, this is going to be my job and make me money. So I just thought, oh, this is nice that people are watching me. So I was just trying out what would get more views. Like, is it story times? Is it doing my makeup? Is it whatever? And then I found my thing was story times.
Being a massive gobshite.
Yeah, well, of course. I knew it would come in handy one day. And my thing was story times, so embarrassing things had happened to me. So that was like my niche, and not many other people doing it because it was so new.
So you got 4.1 million followers on that. That's fucking crazy.
I know. It makes me feel a bit unwell.
I once saw years ago, Kim Kardashian showed what it was like to have like 5 million Instagram followers, where she posted something and turned her notifications on.
Yeah.
And her phone was just like, is that what it's like for you? Presumably you don't have notifications on.
Don't have my notifications on, but it is like that. And do you know what's actually worse? I've had moments where I'll accidentally post a story that's not meant for my main story.
Oh, so have you got like a stealth account? What's it called?
I've got close friends. Like I've got a little story that's just for a select few.
Right.
And sometimes I'll accidentally post on my main and it will be up for half a second and it'll already have like 200 views.
Oh no.
So then it's like, even if I delete this,
It's
people have
already
seen
out
it. Yeah. God forbid I ever accidentally post a nude. I'll be fucked.
You save that for when you need to.
Yeah,
right?
When I've fallen off a little bit.
Exactly, just like a
titty pic.
Few things up the sleeve, just to kind of rejuvenate it.
Just in case.
Yeah, just go MAGA.
Well, of course.
Go MAGA, get the tits out.
Yeah,
all of that stuff.
It's a dream combo.
Cancel yourself. Like but have the plan for the rebirth.
This is what I'm going to have to do.
Plan for the rebirth. That's always the key. Your agent's just like, do not go MAGA.
Don't do that.
Please don't go MAGA. Question we ask everybody on Tales from the Celebrity Trenches is, have you ever uttered the immortal phrase, do you know who I am?
I'm going to be honest with you here. Mm-hmm. No, but I did something similar.
Okay.
And when I was at uni, again, this is when I was first sort of blowing up, I had like 200k, right? And in the grand scheme of things now, it wasn't that much, okay? There's a really long line for this freshers club.
Yeah.
And I've got all my mates and I'm like, do you know what, guys? You stay here.
I can play the card.
I've got this. I go up to the front of the line and I go, so obviously I don't want to butt in, but this is my following. If you let me in, I'm happy to do some stories. And they literally looked at me and went, we couldn't give less of a shit. Go to the back of the line. Oh. So then I had to do the walk of shame.
Jesus Christ.
Back to my friends and I was like, they're fully booked.
They're fully booked.
We should just go somewhere else.
Yeah, HS TikTok is in.
Yeah, he's streaming. So yeah, that's the last time I ever did it.
First and last time.
Yeah, I don't even know why I did it. I think I was just a bit pissed.
Do you presume, what's life like for you now? So you drove here, which is a rarity. You drove from Surrey to Kensington.
I love driving.
I do like driving as well. Can you get the tube?
Yeah, could definitely do. Although I just feel people don't really know how to interact with someone they've seen on the internet.
Right.
I
okay.
love people coming up to me. I love people saying hello, taking pictures, whatever. But a lot of the time, if I get on the tube or the train, sat opposite someone and they're like this.
Just shamelessly.
Just like taking a photo of me, or they'll then say really loudly, that's GK Barry. And it's, you know, when they're not talking to you, so you can't be like, yes, I just find that really, really uncomfortable.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, so I just like to drive, really.
And do you think a lot of that is, you know, it's not like seeing Jay-Z on the tube going to his gig where it's just like, holy fuck, that's Jay-Z.
That'd be mental, yeah.
Who is just like, you know, like an alien being. Part of the issue is that you're so open, like your era of celebrity is so open and relatable.
Well, everyone thinks they know you.
Well, yeah, I mean, they kind of, you know, they do.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about chlamydia, and make your life part of your brand. Well, psychologically for them, it's just like they do kind of know you.
And there's good and bad sides to that. The good things is when people come up to you and they're like, oh, my boyfriend, this, and they're slacking off their boyfriend to me, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
Fuck him off.
Yeah, just give me your phone, I'll do it for you. Like that I find lovely. But then when they think they know you, other times they don't have a boundary. So they'll come up to me on a night out with their hands all over me, trying to like kiss me on my cheek. And I'm like, I don't really... That's not for me. No.
Are you in real life, in your private life, a bit chiller than the GK on the pod and on TikTok?
Yeah, I'm like a mute.
Are you?
I always say poor Ella because she gets the most unfunny version of me. Because when I'm at home, I'm not thinking of a joke to crack, or I'm not, probably because she wouldn't find it funny anyway, but you know, like I'm very chilled out. And I think by the time I get home, my battery is dead.
You talked about Ella. Do you mind talking about your sexuality a bit?
Absolutely.
So, straight as a die. Were you straight?
Yeah, I would say so. From like...
Because your first TikTok, as we mentioned, was about a fit bloke.
Yeah.
You then talked about someone calling out your flat arse.
Yeah, horrible times.
But were you 100% straight, had never entertained the prospect of female love?
I was very straight, and then I went to sixth form, or like college, whatever you call it, and I remember there was just one lesbian in the college, and I thought she's actually very butch, and butch isn't really for me, to be honest. If you obviously no tea, no shade, which is not for me, and I thought, well, I could maybe, and then when I got to uni is when I started really, but at this point as well, I was still dating boys, but I was like sleeping with girls because I was too scared to make that crossover.
So you weren't, in your mind, you knew that you were gay, but were just...
I thought, I was like, maybe I'm just a bit bisexual.
Yeah.
So if anyone asked me, I was like, oh, bisexual. But it was more intimidating for me to think about dating a woman because I didn't know what that looked like. And I knew what dating men looked like because I was used to that. So I was just like, okay, well, that's where I'm probably most comfortable at this point.
Okay. And is Ella your girlfriend now? Is that your first
and last, sweetheart?
And last?
Well,
wow.
I think it was because it happened very naturally as well, and I wasn't overthinking. And also, again, like we had our first date and then she moved in, so it wasn't...
Wow.
Yeah, very gay.
Jesus Christ.
I know. So it wasn't like... It's just... sort of what happened. It was natural.
So. Flowers there, toothbrush in the other end.
Exactly that.
Like, ignore the bags.
Key.
Like, don't worry about the bags. Let's just go out for dinner. Ignore the suitcase.
We'll move that in after tonight.
That's my blanket.
kitchen utensils.
Amazing. How's it all going? How long have you been together now?
2 years today.
2 years today?
Yes, our
oh wow!
anniversary.
Congratulations.
Spending it with you.
Oh,
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it feels that long or not that long. It's weird.
yeah. In some respects, it feels like you've been together forever, which is the nice part. But
Yeah.
then the exciting parts are you're not bored of it yet, I guess.
And thank God.
Thank God. I mean,
I don't think we ever were. We've got 3 dogs. There's no time to be bored.
jeez, are they tiny dogs?
2 tiny, 1
Are they
massive.
crusty-eyed tiny dogs?
The white one's crusty-eyed. Yeah,
How do you deal with the crusty eyes?
I don't. That's why they're crusty.
Do you just pick the eye bogies out,
Love that. So satisfying.
drop it on the carpet when no
Yeah.
one's looking?
Give it a little flick.
I mean, it's
Ella will deal with
the
that
acceptable bogey, right?
Yeah. I'd do both.
You grew up in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
right? And Chris, who writes some notes for me, you got a lot of stick when you moved back to Soham
Yeah.
because you were a white person with a massively thick Caribbean
I
accent.
sounded like Sean Paul.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I was born in Birmingham and moved to Derby when I was about 7 with the thickest Brummie accent
Yep.
that anybody had ever heard. No one could understand a word I said. But to me, I felt great, you
Yeah.
know. What's going
You
on,
don't
Bab?
notice it, do you?
No, do you? So you were like, you rocked up like,
And to make it worse, it wasn't just rocking up to like a normal school.
Yeah.
I rocked up to this tiny village Christian school. Newmarket, if you know about the jockeys, Newmarket races. Ollie Mers loves it there.
Ollie Mers does love a
He's
Newmarket
always
races.
at Newmarket
Kaiser
races.
Chiefs love a bit of that as
My
well.
God.
All right, Ricky.
I don't know you, Bella. That was, and everyone was like, "Ew." But when I moved here, I went polar opposite. I sounded like the Queen.
Did you?
I
Right.
merged into like what people at my school were talking like, and that was the Queen's English.
So Newmarket is quite a posh place, was it?
It's very,
Right,
I mean,
okay.
you wouldn't think it if you went to the town centre, God help you. But like where I was called Cheveley, and it was so pot because everyone was a jockey. Or like a
Oh,
wife
really?
of a
All
jockey.
very tiny men.
Yeah, I thought it's like the
Wow.
borrowers here.
And you stayed straight throughout that?
I did.
Everyone was 5'1"?
Yeah, it was my only option. There were no lesbians in Cheveley. Christ.
No lesbians in Chief.
No.
That's the pull quote. Thank you very much. As part of your degree, you worked on the Doctors, the soap The Doctors.
I did.
How was that? Was that your first foray into telly? And was there something there that kind of like sparked a kind of like, this is like the show business is where I belong?
Well, at college I did like a film and TV course, and I thought, oh, well, I'm not very academic, so I'm going to have to do something creative. So I thought the only thing I could probably do is TV and film.
You
So
did some digital marketing as well, right?
that was my master's,
That was your
yeah.
master's.
But that was all
That's got to have
ChatGPT.
helped, like,
No.
no, not at all.
Promise you, I don't know what. I didn't do that course.
I had to like people that go and do media degrees as well. I always say, don't bother.
No.
It's like,
I just did it to drink.
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I did the film and TV degree. I was shit at that as well. But luckily I'd groomed my tutor. So he was doing all my work for me.
Nice.
Bless him. He was a lovely man. Big up, Phil. And then they were like, right, you need to do work experience. I thought, here we go. What now? Luckily, the Doctors people were hiring for work experience. It was in Birmingham.
There.
Yeah. So I remember my parents dropped me off at this Premier Inn and they went, we're going to leave you here for 5 days.
Oh my God.
If you saw the way I was wailing on the floor,
What, scared, like
I was
upset?
like, please. That's the first time I'd ever like properly been like left on my own. I was like, no, please, like you can't do this. No one's going to like me. I'm not going to make any friends. They were right. So I turned up my first day and I wanted to be a camera operator because I mean, even though I didn't know how to use a camera, I just thought this would be cool. So yeah, I go in and to be honest, it was very like BO smell.
What, the studio?
The operators.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, cameramen, they're a strange breed.
Good at their job,
humans.
but-
Great at their job. They operate a jib like nobody's business.
not a shower.
But yeah, not a shower.
But so then I thought, no, this isn't for me. So I just stuck with the props department for the whole time.
That's the fun department, the art department, the props department, the
just
best
move
people.
a little mug and then you're set for the rest of the
They
day.
just get told to kind of like,
Oh.
when I was doing Big Brother, they just had the best time.
Best time.
Because they'd be like, right, we want like we once made a 10-foot silk vagina for someone to give birth
It's
live
for
on
me.
air.
Yes.
It was for you.
Yeah.
It was for you. Not bushy enough for you.
No,
I don't
it's a
think.
shame. We'll work on that.
But they just spent 3
Yeah.
days just like making a
This is what I mean.
a
It's just
20-foot
fun.
silk vagina for a very large woman to be birthed out of live on television, and then it was thrown away. What a life!
Oh,
what a
I'd
life!
have bought it. It's
I
my
know.
front door.
Exactly. Just
It's my parcel, yeah. Thank you. But no, yeah, then after that, I just finished my degree.
Are you
but-
aware of the Amazing Doctors episode where someone thought everybody in the world was Joe Pasquale?
No. Oh, do you know what? I've never watched it. Not
mean,
even my app.
I don't think is it still going? I think
Don't
it's
think
done
so.
now. But do go back and watch. There is an amazing episode of it where a patient thought everybody that they met was Joe Pasquale, and they got Joe Pasquale on it
Shut up.
to play every single part in the pro. It's fucking.
I hope he got
it's-
paid a lot.
Well, it's one of those ideas where you just like. Have you ever heard of Bouncer's Dream? Is this
No.
going to mean anything to you? Have you ever watched Neighbours?
Yes.
There was a whole episode in the 80s where Bouncer was the dog, was Helen Daniels' dog, a Labrador. Helen Daniels, to anyone of a certain age, she will only ever be known for having a stroke on Neighbours.
What a lie.
They were having a chat, one side of the room, the camera panned back, and Helen Daniels was lying there
Shut
like that. Talk of the playground the next day. Amazing. Anyway, so Helen Daniels' dog was called Bouncer.
Right.
And they did a whole episode of Neighbours, which was a dream that the dog was having. And there are these mad episodes like that, like this, where you just think these
This is where I
these
should have
very
watched it.
vanilla shows occasionally
Gone rogue.
just take mushrooms.
That's
Do you know
what
what I mean?
it is, isn't it, though?
just
You
like-
can tell.
Hang a minute, what if everybody is Joe Pasquale? and everyone just went, great idea.
Brilliant,
Rather than
write that down.
Love that. Back to the podcast, Saving Grace. The envy of the podcast world. You know, it's like everyone holds it up as like being like, if you want to do podcasting, you got to be like,
Really?
It's either therapist ghosted me,
Yep. Oh, such a good point.
off menu,
Got to be parenting hell or something. It's got to be up
Parenting
there.
Hell, the fucking Louis Theroux podcast, and Saving Grace.
Stephen Bartlett used to be up there as well, but he's not anymore.
He's interviewing Ivanka Trump.
I would interview Melania.
Do you believe the conspiracy that there's the fake Melania?
No, but I do think there's a fake Selena Gomez and a fake Avril Lavigne.
Oh, so was Avril Lavigne dead, or was she just fake?
I think she's dead.
Do you like Paul McCartney? She's like the kind of
I think they're all dead,
wow.
and they've covered it up. I think that's what I spend my nights
Question.
reading. Yeah.
Who benefits from that?
Do you know what's funny? As soon as I said it, I went, "But what's the point in
Who benefits?
putting Selena Gomez as a?"
That's the thing with conspiracy theories. They generally don't have a point to them.
Maybe she just wanted to finish off for a little bit. She was like, "Fuck this." Maybe she's not dead.
But I can get that. So real Avril is
Yeah.
like, I don't know, in like Bermuda or somewhere,
Yeah.
just kind of having a lovely
Triangle.
time. And fake Avril, do you think real Avril's still getting a cut of fake Avril? What she's doing?
Got to be, surely. Yeah, you're right though. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, like most conspiracy theories don't make sense, right?
I think the moon landing one makes sense though. We had to beat Russia.
I
I'm
heard.
not American.
So you were talking to Scarlett Moffat about this on Saving Grace, and your evidence,
Yes.
is slightly flawed. You said
Why?
the flag,
Yeah.
right? It's got wire in it.
It flew, but it was doing all of this. It was doing a bit of this.
Was
like
it
there
though?
was a
Are you
gust of wind on the
sure?
moon.
Are you sure?
Well, to be fair, I don't even think I was born when the moon.
Well, no, there's
landing
no
happened.
think you weren't.
Oh, I
It was
definitely
like-
was. I was still firmly in the balls. But I just think if you're going to do it, why have we got props going on? You
Yeah.
know.
The manosphere and conspiracy theories, the
Oh,
internet's
God.
like it's rife for stuff like that, right? I mean, that's why Bartlett is where he is, because he preys on, but we just but we don't really know brigade.
Yeah,
right. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's like,
yeah.
how can we be sure? Well, because I'm a fucking sane human being.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like Stephen Bartlett. If going outside could cure cancer, believe me, I'd be doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So true. It's so true. Although he did have one guest on there who I thought was fit. She could speak to the dead.
Is it? It's not the woman off the internet. Have you seen the one with the gruff voice? The honey.
Oh no, she had a lovely voice, this one. I could really listen to that for a while.
And she thought she could talk to the dead.
Yeah, her husband passed, and then she was like, bring me a sign, bring me a sign. And she'd learnt how to get signs from the dead. Which, I mean, when I'm saying it out loud, it does sound like schizophrenia, but
Yeah,
I did believe it. Yeah.
Massive use of hallucinogenics.
But I did believe it. I love a bit of a ghost.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I've had some weird experiences.
Wow. Okay. Like, in what? Just like shivery feelings?
No,
or?
like there was one time, there was this girl called Amy. I went to sleep around her house, right? Lovely house. And her parents go, they're just telling me about the history. I'm like, why is there a graveyard behind your house? And they're like, oh yeah, it's just a graveyard, but it's fine. Anyway, they leave their hallway light on at night. Her door's shut. Just see someone walking up and down her bottom of her door. I'm going, Amy, what's that? She goes, that was probably my brother. Let me go and open the door because it's weird that he's just stood outside our door.
Yeah.
She opens the door, no one's there. So she's like, okay, let's just keep the door open. Look around, no one's there. Her bathroom door then just starts swinging open and shut. And I'm going, are you taking the piss out of me? What is your
What's
brother
going
there?
on? Yeah.
We both go and look in the bathroom, no one's there, and then it stops. Okay, so at this point, I've shit myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And her parents go, you know...
Not again. You did that on EasyJet.
I know.
Yeah.
But she goes, you know, it's fine. Like, it happens all the time. Sometimes it will sound like things getting thrown out the cupboard, but then you go downstairs, there's nothing. Just go to bed. I'm like, well, you told me that. I'm not going to bed. Then the next day, as a joke, I went, right, if anyone's here, make a sign. TV turns off and the pictures on the wall go to a slant, and I called my mum and she came and picked me up. And that's one and done.
The thing is, to believe in ghosts, it would have to mean that so much other things were true as well.
I think, hear me out.
Let's strap yourselves in, lads.
I think we're all made up of energy. Everything's energy,
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that.
And I think when we pass, our soul is a bit of energy, and we go back into the
ether.
Yeah, and there's just constant energy, and some energies are like souls. And some stick around. Don't know why. Couldn't tell you. But
That's
I think,
not a bad theory.
Yeah.
I
don't think I've worded it right. But
No, but I get what you mean. There's like a
Yeah.
lingering, like static kind of like fizzy like energy.
Yeah, but you're just not in a vessel.
For some weird reason, I've done a lot of supernatural TV.
You're joking.
Me and Rylan hosted Most Haunted Live.
Oh my God, that would be dream show.
That's what I thought.
Oh. Yeah.
It was the most nuts experience. I speak on behalf of Rylan now that we both ever had.
Why? It was scary.
No.
Oh.
So, I don't know if I'm going to give away secrets here. I don't even know if the lawyers will let me
Allegedly.
say this. So me and Rylan get this gig. It was the first Most Haunted Live that they'd ever done.
Okay.
Right. It was on UK TV. Paul O'Grady was on it.
May you rest.
So me and Rylan rock up, and it's filmed in the most haunted house in the UK.
Okay.
We did all the briefing calls. You know, you do TV. You have
Yeah.
your briefing calls. You have your sit downs, your rehearsals. You block everything through. You kind of read your cards. You know, you have the running orders all the way through. Me and Rylan are going like, any minute now they're going to go. Oh, and by the way, at precisely 8:20 p.m.
Like a lamp's going to fall off.
Just
or
look
something.
the other way because like someone's going to pull a string, and
Right.
all day we're thinking that is what's going to happen, right?
Right.
No one says a word. Like everyone plays it dead straight. The ghost hunters are there. They're taking it dead seriously, right?
Right.
So there's part of me and Ryan going, what the fuck? It's like this.
Yeah.
Am I the arsehole here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have I got this wrong? And we go live, right? And one of my jobs, as always on telly, is to like read the tweets and like do that bit. Now over to Jamie, because like blah 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 blah, and like people who are into the supernatural stuff are
Yeah.
really into it, right? You know, fair play. There's a captive audience for it. They love it. So we're getting people tweeting in or texting in, going, "Can't believe it! My watch stopped. What does it mean?"
Yeah.
You know, all of that stuff. Right?
Yeah, they're going crazy.
It all accumulates, right? When one of the guys walks up the stairs because they hear a bump upstairs,
Right.
and then comes running down screaming, and a supernatural force flung him backwards back up the stairs, right?
Right.
Terrifying, right?
Yeah.
However, what he hadn't accounted for was his coat going open and the bungee rope
Stop.
being completely visible on air, right? Me and Rylan are like sat there on the set round the corner. They're about to throw back to us, and we're looking at each other going, did we just see the... And it's like, oh, forget it. Move on. Back to you, Rylan. So we're there going, and Ryan's just like, he's like, Jay, what we got on the texts? And I'm going, let me have a look. So I've got my iPad, and all it's saying, fucking scammers, wankers, there's a bungee rope, we saw the fucking bungee rope. So they never did another Most Haunted Live.
I can only imagine why.
I killed that off. And then I ended up doing, for some reason, I'd killed off that haunted brand, ended up doing Celebrity Haunted Hotel, which was...
I know this.
Me, Christine Lampard and Matt Richardson hosted it. It had Richard Arnold did it, Penny Smith was doing it. It was shit on toast, right? It was like... But
was it scary?
No, I mean...
Was it...
Me and Matt Richardson had to sleep in like a haunted room overnight.
Right.
That they filmed with like green, like the night vision cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I had the best night's sleep I've ever had.
Really?
And again, I was reading the tweets with that as they saw Justin Morehouse throw a £1 coin on a tin roof.
What?
Just in the background, like they're walking around this warehouse because they'd heard something, and you could see him in the background, just got a £1 coin out of his pocket and threw it at the wall,
You were
and was just like, what was that? And everyone was just like, again, the tweets were just coming through. That's what they've ruined it for everyone.
So we can't do stuff like this live.
I can't remember where I got onto that now, but you've had a shitload of famous people on the podcast, right? Mm-hmm. Did you find that all of a sudden they were queuing up to come on because they knew that you tapped into an audience that they were desperate to tap into?
Yeah, I think it went from me asking people, and they were always ignoring me, to then I'd start getting replies, to then I'd get messages like, would love to come on. And I was like, oh, this makes my job so much easier.
So you were doing it yourself? You didn't even have like, not Team GK weren't kind
not at the start, because I'd say, because it was still growing, it looked better coming from my account anyway.
Yeah.
So I would do it. Now I have people to do it for me, thank God, unless like they follow me, then it obviously makes sense for me to do it, but it's humbling. Was there anyone that
turned you down at first and then all of a sudden did a massive Yui? We're just like, I didn't see this. Sorry, I only just seen this message like 3 years later. Would love to come on.
No, do you know what? When people usually reply to me or whatever after, they won't acknowledge the message that I've sent before. They won't acknowledge it, and I'm like, right.
Well, they can blame their people, right?
Yeah, but it's more embarrassing because it's like, I've got a long list of people that have ignored me compared to a long list of people that have been on the pod.
Yeah, still.
It's a longer list, yeah.
Is it?
Definitely.
Who's your dream guest?
Paris Hilton. Then I can retire. Or like Joanna Lumley and Jennifer Saunders.
Oh, you're a big Fab fan, aren't you?
Oh my God, that is what started.
I've interviewed both of them. They're really nice.
Well, I cornered Joanna Lumley in a lift once at the King's Trust Awards. And I just went, I love you. Like, what an icon.
And was she just like...
She was like, thank you so much now. And then just didn't say anything else.
She must get it all the time.
Yeah, she probably thinks, fuck off, me. Probably fuck off. But I love her. And Miranda Hart. And then I'll be done.
Am I right in thinking that you based your comedy on Miranda? Your style of... Is that right?
Yeah.
Did I read that correctly?
When I was younger, because I was quite odd and I don't think I would fit in very much at school, my mum bought me like the first series of Miranda.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, it's a woman like me. She's really tall. She stands out a little bit.
Falls over all the time.
And I thought, oh my God, like this isn't brilliant. And look how funny she is. Like people love her because she's funny.
Yeah.
So then I said, buy me that fucking box set. I got the whole box set and I would just learn like everything she'd say. I could still to this day just reel you off every line in an episode.
Nice.
So yeah, I really love her. I think she's an icon.
Why did she stop doing that? Did she?
I think because she got unwell. She's got like
she did get unwell, didn't she?
Like chronic illness, I think. So
really?
I think that's why she maybe stopped.
That's a shame.
I know, but I'd love a reboot if she ever fancies a reboot.
Well, the rumour is she's going to host Strictly.
Shut up.
That's good casting, I think.
That's brilliant.
I think that's really kind of like that's a bit of left field.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch that as well because you're not a Strictly fan.
No, my mum is.
I've never watched it. My wife watches it. I can't.
Why would you?
I can't bear it.
No, it's a lot of glitter in that.
Do you know what I don't get though? It's like because they built the Strictly brand on being like it's mums, it's tea time, it's like one for the nans.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking Roman orgy.
I know it is. shirtless oil.
Yeah, but they're actually
shaking
banging
arse.
each other backstage.
Well, they are, yeah.
There's like scandal after scandal.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you try and make things too clean cut.
So
you
true.
can't bottle human nature down. And if you've got a load of like...
Doing the Paso Doble together,
Yeah.
you're going to fuck.
If you're... Yeah, precisely. If my wife was on Strictly, there's... In the inevitability of someone spending 6 hours a day grinding their genitals against a literal Greek god in fucking tap shoes.
I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I may as well just like sit in that little chair in the corner of the hotel room and sit there waiting.
I didn't know where you were going to go with that.
Well, it's the cup chair.
I didn't know what type of chair we were talking about.
No, just the cup chair, not the sex chair.
Okay, well, that's brilliant news. Yeah, I think strict, but also I suppose that's why people quite like it though. It's because they like thinking, who's shagging who?
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
Miranda will soon sort that out though.
Bet she will. She'll whip them all up into shape.
You wouldn't go on that though, would you?
No.
I wouldn't either.
It's just
dance.
public humiliation for me. I can't dance, so...
You became the youngest regular panel on Loose Women. Let's
Yeah.
talk about chaotic shows. Let's continue that. I know quite a few of the Loose Women.
Do you?
I do. That is a mad show.
People don't see it though. Like, it is a mad show with what we talk about, but if people saw like our first meeting of the day,
Just chaos. The stuff that makes the cutting room floor. Now that's the show that we want.
yes,
Because
and I wish.
everybody will clearly be cancelled within 5 seconds. It's like Denise. We cannot talk
I knew
about
you were
that.
going to say Denise.
Denise. We cannot talk about Matty Healy's bin men. You know,
We can't talk about who's got the biggest dick in the industry. We just
Yeah.
could not possibly do that.
oh, I love Denise.
But it's the best because like I genuinely feel like when I'm in a room full of those women, I'm like, this is the best. Like I would say it's the best job I've got so far, 100%.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And they're all lovely. I know there's like a stigma in the media that all loose women hate each other, whatever, but we all genuinely do get on and it's really nice and they're all actually hilarious.
Why do you think it attracts so much scandal though?
I just don't think people like seeing opinionated women. That's what I've noticed as well coming into the industry. If you're a woman, sometimes I think you're expected to be like, yes, like that's absolutely fine. Like they'll take the piss with you. But then when it's a guy, it's not the same vibe. So I think, and also there's a lot of strong-minded women on there.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think they just hate to see it coming. And also, I suppose some of the subjects we talk about, some people may think, why have you got an opinion on that? But
that's the job, right? You've got to have an opinion on everything.
job. And also, most people behind closed doors have an opinion on everything. We just broadcast ours on telly and
That's
get
very
paid
true.
for it.
Men have an opinion, they're edgy.
Yeah.
Women have an opinion, they're gobby.
It's true. It's true. It's always the way. It's like all you do is just gossip. And I'm like, yeah.
Because podcasting's pretty unregulated. You know, we talked about Stephen Bartlett and stuff like that. You know, there's no Ofcom, there's no real kind of like laws or you know, I mean obviously there's libel and defamation and all that kind of stuff. And there's moral stuff.
There?
But were those moments kind of like, oh shit, you know, one of the great things about you is that you've got a massive audience. One of the worst things is that you've got a massive audience.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like everything you say is going to get amplified and taken far more seriously than...
And also more people are going to see it. Like when I first started my podcast, I would be like, oh, this person off Towie, bloody hated her this season, or this person.
Yeah.
And then I would actually run into them. Or like they would message me and I'd be like, oh, I just didn't realise the magnitude.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Because it's when it's numbers, you can't really understand the magnitude of how many people have seen it because it's just like 100,000. That's nothing on a piece of paper. But then when you think of that many people in a room and who knows who, I had to rein it in a little bit.
I used to run a website called Holy Moly, which you'll be far too young to know, but it was like one of the original, you know, it was Perez Hilton before Perez Hilton.
Remember you saying
before
this.
TMZ. You know, there was Holy Moly and there was Pop Bitch as well, and Pop Bitch is still going. But I used to write like just the most evil shit.
Did you?
Oh, fucking hell.
But it kind of was acceptable back then.
Well, funny enough, you know, actually this is an interesting thing. Richard Osman on Rest Entertainment this week was talking about, you've seen the Next Top Model doc, right?
Yeah.
Just about how saying, you know, everyone says, oh, it was just how everybody was. And Richard Osman says, oh, I don't know, because we all kind of knew that it was pretty awful back in the day. And I think that's probably true as well. I think I just think people didn't really give a shit back
Yeah.
then. And I think the public, like the consumers of our content, whether it's listening to your podcast or watching Next Top Model or the people who used to read the stuff that I used to write, are quite cyclic in their behaviour. And you know, it goes round and round all the time. You go from really wanting to lap up the viciousness of stuff and like see people like, fuck them, why are they famous? Fuck those guys, they're awful.
Then you want to be
blah, blah,
morally
blah.
correct.
And then it kind of like turns around into hashtag be kind. And it's like, oh no, my God, what have we done? We've been so awful to people. Everyone's just been nice. And then the sad, brutal reality is that they realise that actually the kind stuff is really quite boring.
Yeah.
So, and they want a bit of drama. And that's where you get stuff like, you know, so we go through this kind of cycle of like, everything's nice, everything's cozy. Big Brother goes to shit. The Jungle kind of like has a couple of
Big
tame
Brother's,
years.
It's not the same.
Not the same. Because, well, for many reasons, they don't let people drink it. You know, the alcohol played a large part of that. They also, you know, look, there's been some horrific things to have arisen from it as well. So Love Island's had some tragedies, and you know, Caroline and all the rest of it. But it's in part of our human nature as well.
Yeah.
To love a bit of a gossip.
Yeah.
Everyone's a bit of a bitch. Like everyone's
People
a bitch.
deny it,
Everyone's a gossip,
but they are.
Whether they, you know, and I've spoken to, you know, close friends and family members and all the rest of it when I was doing that. They're like, how can you write this? It's awful. I'm like, it's no different me writing this about, let's say, Tom Cruise than it is about you slagging off the woman from the shop or the teacher at the school.
You've just written it down.
It's exactly the same thing. We all love a little bit of a pss, 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 pss.
We do love
I
a gossip. I do. That is like my guilty pleasure. But my girlfriend doesn't.
Doesn't she?
I would say she's an anomaly. Like, if I say to her, oh my God, you will never guess what, like, so-and-so's cheated and had a baby, they've had a divorce. She's like, I do not give a shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's a shame because I love it. So I think you're either
she's definitely the bloke in the relationship, right? Because that's like, it's like the guy coming home and going, my mate and his wife got divorced. And they're like, why? I don't know.
Didn't ask.
Yeah. It's like, what do you mean you didn't ask?
Yeah. That is the way. But no, I do. I think as well, back in the day, you were more desensitized to how harsh things were. Like, I remember in the papers when people were written about women's bodies or whatever.
Well, upskirting was just like an everyday occurrence.
And because it was so normalised, people were like, oh, it's bad, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's only when someone like calls that out, then it's like, oh yeah, you're right, that was actually really fucked up.
Well, Paris Hilton, like you say, your dream guest was at the epicentre of all of that.
Yeah.
You know,
poor girl.
She created a lot of her own dramas, but like, you know, nowadays, you know, the sex tape thing, can you imagine?
You'd go to jail.
Can you imagine like an ex-boyfriend just like selling the rights to a sex tape and just like
crazy
making millions off it?
And you can't ever take something properly off the internet.
No. How careful are you?
I'd say I'm pretty careful. No, I'm pretty shit, but I'd say I'm quite careful.
Yeah. Do you get gossiped about a lot? Do you search? Do you Google yourself?
I do. Tattle. Have you had a tattle?
Well, they've just got done, right?
It was this guy. I'm doing a documentary on it about it at the minute. And this guy pretended to be a woman, created the site, had this whole alias.
That's right, yeah.
And then he got found out his true identity. But the website is just basically forums.
Is it still going?
Forums of just people speaking about influencers or celebrities. And it's meant to be holding influencers accountable for their actions, but it is just...
They probably did for the first day and then just descend into kind of like
and
nightmare.
Some threads, I will say, are quite nice. Like people will, like, they're called rave threads, but then you'll get a few people being like, actually, don't you think she's a bit of a cut? And then it turns into all of that.
Didn't someone get done for like exposing like some fake accounts that they'd set up and like...
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So it is, I mean, it's good for goss. Like, if you want to know why...
It's like, literally, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to know why two influencers fell out and had a massive argument, I guarantee your answer's, it's on Tattle.
Wow.
They know everything. But then they'll post your address and they'll post where your kids go to school. Like, there's boundaries on that website that's very much crossed.
Wow. Okay. What's the best fake piece of gossip you've ever seen about yourself?
People think I'm a man.
Really?
Thank you for that reaction. Thank you. I needed that. I did.
I mean, you do not look like a man.
Thank you again. No, people, because I've got quite a deep voice, everyone was like, She was originally a man.
And people genuinely like then, I mean,
Yeah.
this is a bit kind of like the flag was wafting on the moon,
Yeah,
but like it's the same thing.
Yeah, people genuinely did think that. That's the most outrageous one. Someone made up that I'd cheated with Curtis Pritchard at a nightclub.
That's AJ Pritchard's brother.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So they thought that had happened. I had to shut that one down quick.
It's like,
I thought, no.
give me a bit of taste, for Christ.
Give me something.
If I'm gonna swing back, it is not going to be for a Pritchard.
I thought this is insane. I was at home that night as well. I thought, thank God. Imagine Ella reading that. She'd be like, Grace.
Cast iron alibi.
Yeah, I was like, no, I swear. So that was weird. But to be fair, luckily, I don't get too gossiped about like that.
That's good though, right? But that's, I guess, because you put a lot of stuff out there anyway, right?
Yeah, there's nothing that people don't know.
I'm gonna read some of your quotes.
Okay.
And you're obsessed with arse.
Thank you.
On self-censorship, if I want to talk about arse play, I'll talk about arse play.
Which is ironic because I don't do arse play really.
Arse play being...
I don't put a finger in a bum really.
You're not a finger in the bum?
No, anal wasn't for me. It's just not. So for me to say that, I mean, I love my girlfriend's bum. It's like a shelf, but...
It's like a shelf? Right, but you don't put your finger in a shelf.
No, not really. But I think if I wanted to, I would speak about it. I should be able to.
However...
Oh.
On defining the philosophy of life, your philosophy is live fast, eat arse.
Thing is, it rhymes. You know?
Well, it doesn't, but like...
And up the bum, no harm done.
Up the bum,
Love
no harm
that.
done. That rhymes.
Yes.
Live fast, eat arse.
Well, that's because you've got a bit... live fast, eat arse is how I would say it.
Fast arse.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So that's why it rhymes.
Okay. But so arse play does or doesn't include eating arse? Is arse play just a finger?
I don't think I've eaten arse, have I?
I've no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. We've only... It's the second time we met. It's like...
Yeah,
Let's at least exchange numbers.
I'm not an avid arse. Yeah, it's not like a go-to for me.
Fine. Okay. On relatability post-success, I did buy a nice car, but you'll never see me posting from it.
Hilarious. That lasted
As
long.
soon as you're that person, people don't like you anymore. You're not relatable. You bought a £250,000 Lamborghini and then posted from it. At which point we're just like, this car is just too good not to fucking share.
Do you know what it was? It's when I got my Porsche, I thought, no, like, I'm not sharing this.
Yeah.
And then they aired the clip of me talking to Rev about my Porsche. And then I thought,
Oh, it's out there now.
fuck it. When I get me pink Lamborghini, I'm going to post it. And I did.
But it's aspirational though, right? You're not a Nepo baby. You weren't born into the media. You didn't have a preordained plan. You've been extremely clever and wily and capitalising on success. Why shouldn't you offer aspiration and hope to your audience?
And I also have balance. So I do have a Lamborghini, but all my bags are fake.
You'll be eating a Greggs sausage roll while you're driving it.
All my bags are fake. All my designer stuff is fake.
Is
like
it?
I don't like to spend my money like that. I'll buy a car or I'll invest.
Please tell me you bought it second hand though, the car.
Yeah,
Right, fine.
yeah.
I mean, never buy a new car.
May I never? No,
Never
no.
buy a new car.
It's an old one. I think it's like a 19 plate.
Oh, that's all right.
So yeah, fuck them.
Who is your favourite celeb in the world?
Favourite celeb in the world?
Who's like someone that you've met and you've gone, actually, they absolutely delivered on all counts?
Rob Beckett.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I was not expecting that.
He's really lovely.
He is nice, isn't he, Rob?
And he's always been like, if you ever need help with anything,
Has he?
you can always like just message me.
That's nice.
Yeah, even in the early days.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, so he's really nice.
You don't get that very often, do you?
No.
No.
So yeah, he's lovely.
And on the flip side, who is like massively under-delivered? We'll bleep it if you want.
You're going to need to bleep it. Okay.
Promise. %100% agree.
Yeah.
100% agree.
So my worst one.
Raging bellend.
Yes. And make sure you bleep my mouth as well,
Yeah,
so now I can
we'll
read
blur
my
that.
lips.
Get over yourself, mate. You ain't all that. Am I right?
Yeah, and everyone I've told says the same thing, really.
exactly.
So it's a common
funny
thing.
how it gets around, though, isn't it? It's like,
I know.
you know,
That's why you got to be nice to everyone.
and that's why the work's dried up, my friend.
Yeah, is true.
And on that note, we'll leave them guessing in the comments.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
You're probably right.
GK, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
It's been lovely.
Gorgeous.
Now this is my best opportunity, right, to get people to smash the like button.
Here we go. Like and subscribe. If you've been listening, give it a follow and a 5-star review on Spotify.
See, that will just work. I say that. No one does it. You say that. I'm off. I'm done.
I'll be here every week.
Exactly. Well, we
Do
are.
the outro.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clip that and have it in every single
week.
week. And every week I'll go, GK, what have people got to do? And they'll
Like,
play
subscribe.
that.